What's up YouTube? Capital G here. So the V-Jump is out and we have our first look at Raging Tempest and some of the cards that are going to be released in this set. Raging Tempest is the set that comes after Invasion Vengeance. So we'll be seeing this. I want to say that the official release date in the TCG is like February 24th. Don't quote me on that, but it's going to be February, and I mean, it's like 6 months. We will be seeing these cards fairly certain. First card up is Brave Eyes Pendulum Dragon. I think that this could be the cover card of this set. I've not seen the packs up close, but I think that this could be the cover card because every single cover card, and correct me if I'm wrong, from an Arc V set has been either a Yuya card, a Yuri card, a Yu-Go card, or a Yuto card. Like it's been, you know, yeah, like Dark Rebellion XC, Clearwing Synchro Dragon, like Odd Eyes, Star Venom, you know what I mean? Like it's been all of their cards, and then some of the, like the trademark cards that they summon, like Crystal Wing for Shining Victories, etc., etc. So I'm pretty sure that this could be the cover card for the set. This guy's 3,000 attack, 2,000 defense, level 8 Dark Dragon. It's pretty cool. Yuya doesn't really play that many dark monsters, to be honest. Like, I know he kind of plays Dark Rebellion XC, but that's really not his card. It's actually like, you know, it's like Yuto's card. A Pendulum Dragon plus a Warrior. I think Pendulum Dragon is pretty easy. Just use Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. The Warrior is kind of difficult, I would imagine, for him to summon because, like, he mainly uses Pendulum Magicians and Performer Piles on the show. And, like, I mean, how many of those are actually Warriors? They're almost all, like, Spellcasters. So I wonder how he got a Warrior out. The effect number 1 says, when this card is fusion summoned, you can make the attack of all monsters your opponent currently controls 0, but all other monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn. It's not bad. Just cut their biggest monster down to size, or basically everything they have on the field, and just ram into something, 3,000 damage if it's in attack mode. Effect number 2, negate the activated effects of all monsters with 0 attack. Okay, so basically it's like a skill drain for everything that was on the field, that, you know, everything that was on the field when you summon this guy, when you fusion summon it. Basically, like, none of those cards can activate their effects anymore. Although technically if you have a 0 attack monster, it can't activate either. So, you know, I don't think it's going to happen that much, but I'm just saying it could. Then effect number 3, at the end of the damage step, when this card attacks an opponent's monster, but the monster was not destroyed by battle, you can banish that opponent's monster. This is really, really good, man. This makes it so, like, your opponent just can't stall. They can't put things in defense that are, like, really difficult to kill. If this is the cover card for the booster pack, this is, like, way better than Star Venom Dragon. Next up, we have Dragoncaller Magician, a new Pendulum Magician card. So at least they're continuing on with those, which, and it's no surprise, Yuya plays those on the TV show as well. Level 7 Dark Spellcaster, 2,400 attack, Pendulum Scale 2, 1,000 defense. The Pendulum effect says once per turn you can target one face-up monster. Its type becomes Dragon until the end of the turn. Okay, could be some synergy there with like Buster Blade or whatnot if you want to play like a Buster Blade or Pendulum deck or something like that. The monster effect, once per turn, you can activate this effect. This card's type becomes Dragon until the end of the turn, so it can make other monsters a Dragon while it's in the P scales, but it can also become, or in the P zones, it can also become a Dragon itself. Effect number 2, this is the monster effect, by the way. Synchro, Fusion, or XC monster. Summon with this card on the field as material gains this effect. If it battles a dragon type monster, its attack becomes double this current attack during the damage step only. I always like being double my current attack instead of double my original attack, because if you have any type of attack modifiers, I want to get a benefit from that too. I don't know how practical that effect is, because you have to battle against a dragon monster. Like it would seem like you'd have to use your pendulum effect first and then somehow get it on the field after that. Like, I don't know, that seems not like the easiest thing to do, but it could happen. Next we got our new Kaito boss monster. Well, I assume this has to be Kaito's card. I mean, isn't he the Galaxy guy from what's it called? He's the Galaxy guy from like Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexo with the weird hair and like the white jacket and whatnot. So this is Neo Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon. It's a rank 9, it's light, it's XC, and it requires 3 level 9 monsters to summon. That's pretty damn difficult in Yu-Gi-Oh! But you're going to do it an easier way. 4,500 attack, 3,000 defense. That's actually not that shocking because, like, all the Galaxy Eyes XC monsters are fucking super strong. Like, they basically start at, like, 3,000. So 4,500 isn't even that extreme because you had, you know, all the Techyon Dragons and shit like that. Like, they're all really powerful. This says, if this card has a Cypher card or Kinetic Soldier as XC material, it gains this effect. Once per turn, you can detach up to 3 XC materials from this card. Other monsters you control cannot attack your opponent directly. for the rest of the turn. Also, take control of face-up monsters your opponent controls equal to the number detached until the end phase. Damn, that is pretty damn strong. So basically, guys, if you have a Cypher or a Kinetic Soldier as material on this card, basically you can like detach 3 materials and just take 3 of your opponent's monsters. Like, it doesn't target either, so that's fucking crazy. It says the effects of all monsters taken control by this effect are negated and their attacks become 4,500. Wow. And their name becomes Neo Galaxy Eye Cypher Dragon. Wow, this card's fucking insane. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, I would imagine you wouldn't want to take 3 monsters because, you know, you want to leave your opponent with monsters to run over so that your guys that you take from them can get some damage in, because they can't attack directly, and, like, their attacks are going to become 45. It would be crazy if you just, like, imagine if you just took small monsters, like monsters with, like, 1,000, and your opponent had, like, a monster with, like, 1,000. Like, that monster would become 4,500 attack, and you could do 3,500, like, damage off of 1 attack, and you could still attack directly with Cypher Dragon. That's pretty dope. Let's see. Then we've got Cypher Entranger. Okay, or excuse me, Et Ranger. Okay, Et Ranger. I think that's it. This is a rank 1 light spellcaster effect monster. 0 attack and 0 defense. So that stat line is a trash tier, but it's a level 1 monster. Like, I don't expect it to have great stats. You can only use 1 effect per turn and only once that turn. You can target 1 Cypher XC monster you control, attach this card from your hand or graveyard as XC material. That's really dope. It just attaches from the graveyard. So basically, it's almost like you never run out of XC material. Like, you never run out of XC materials for your Cypher cards, for your Cypher XCs anyways. Then effect number 2. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Cypher spell from your deck to your hand. Man, that's really, really good. And then this is the card that I was talking about that makes it so that you can actually summon this guy. Because, I mean, no one's going to have 3 level 9 monsters on the field. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, for you to want to do that, you'd have to win the duel by summoning the card. But, obviously, Kaito has a rank up card. So, this is rank up Magic Cypher Ascension. And, again, in not 5Ds, but in Arc V, there are a lot of rank ups. Like, Phantom Knights have a rank up. Cyphers are getting a rank up now. Raid Raptors have like 4 different rank ups. So this is a quick play. That's pretty cool. It says during your main phase, target 1 Cypher XC monster you control. Special summon 1 Cypher XC monster from your extra deck that is 1 rank higher. Using that target you control as XC material. It's treated as XC summon. The materials obviously transfer over. And it says the special summon monster gains this effect. This card gains 500 attack for each level 4 or higher monster you control. Okay, so if you have a big field, this card could gain, I guess, what, 2,000 attack potentially? Seems pretty decent. Next up, we have our new Speedroid. Okay, obviously this means that Yggo must have been dueling because he's the one that uses Speedroids on the show. It's a level 1 machine tuner. Okay. 0 attack and 800 defense. So machine duplication and Speedroids maybe? Who knows? During the battle phase, if you take damage, you can special summon this card from your hand. That's effect 1. Effect number 2. Wow, this guy has 3 effects. That's crazy. During the battle phase, that this card was special summoned by its own effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using only wind monsters you control, including this card. Okay, so it can synchro during either player's turn. It's not bad, especially considering you're going to summon it from the hand. Effect number 3. If this card was sent to the graveyard as synchro material, you can send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. And if it is a Speedroid monster, the monster synchro summon gains 1,000 attack. That is such a Yggo effect. I swear, if you guys have never seen that dude duel, like, that motherfucker relies on the most... He's like the Joey of Yu-Gi-Oh! Art V. He relies on, like, the most luck sack shit ever. I honestly don't even think he's that good to be for real. I don't even think he's that good. And then here's the new archetype. Well, I don't know if this is a new archetype because it's wind... And it could be something that Yggo was splashing into Speedroids because, you know, it's like wind and whatnot. But I think that this is a new archetype. It's called the Wind Witch. This is Wind Witch Snowbell, and it's level 1. It's a wind spellcaster. It's a tuner, so they're synchro based because you see right here a tuner and a synchro. And I would assume the entire archetype is going to be wind, which we need more wind stuff. I mean, maybe this is going to be a wind set. I don't know because we are getting ritual beasts in this set. So it says if you control 2 or more wind monsters and you do not control any non-wind monsters, you can activate this effect, special summon this card from your hand. Effect number 2. If you synchro summon the wind monster using this card as synchro material, it cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. That's not bad. Being able to become, well, I guess like half of a Magic Spectre. You know what I mean? Like half of a Magic Spectre. Then we've got Wind Witch Winter Bell, which is, I guess, the Wind Witch Synchro. They have to have some non-tuners, I guess, in the archetype. Level 7. It's a wind spellcaster. I guess they're all going to be spellcasters, maybe. 2,700 or 2,400 attack, 2,000 defense. That's not bad for a level 7. That's basically like Black Rose Dragon. And it's generic too. It's kind of generic. It requires a tuner plus one or more wind monsters. And that wind monster has to be a non-tuner. It says you can use each effect of Wind Witch Winter Bell once per turn. Effect number 1, you can target one Wind Witch monster in your graveyard, inflict damage times its level to your opponent. Excuse me, inflict 200 damage times its level to your opponent. So far you'd be able to do 200 damage. Or I guess you could, if there was another copy of Winter Bell in the graveyard, you'd be able to do, what, 1,400 damage? I mean, 1,400 burn damage is not really that bad. And then effect number 2, during the battle phase, you can target one Wind Witch monster you control, special summon one monster with an equal or lower level from your hand, but it cannot attack during this turn. Damn, if it could attack, that'd be pretty good, because then you could just special summon high level, or you could special summon, like, you know, even if it has to be equal or lower, but you'd be able to just summon another monster and get more damage on board. But I don't know, maybe there's going to be some effect that uses that within the archetype or something like that, but I'm just going to say that this is probably a new archetype. So let me know what you guys think, and then the rest of the cards are pretty much just like Bergastamon Kaijus are coming to the OCG, so it's really nothing else to talk about. If this gets updated, then I might make a part 2 of this video, but thank you guys for watching as always.